Okay, let's see if this works. Should end up working. Okay, Twitch sees now. Wait, let me try heat map on myself. I've never tried. This is good. Alright, cool. That did work, and that hit me right there where I was supposed to. Yep, okay, perfect. So, alright, awesome. Let's see here. Pause this, and then let's bring this back up. Alright, cool. First things first. Nobody's here. I'm not going to advertise today, so I titled the stream a short, quiet, stealth stream. Shh. Hey, Chan the Magic Man, how's it going? Welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream. I'm feeling a little sick, but I was thinking, oh, maybe I should just not stream today. And then I'm like, I don't stream that much. I should probably stream. So, also, yeah, you. As far as I know, you're the first. So if you were not first here, you're definitely the first to chat. Yeah, I stream. Hold on, how long have I been up? I've only been up for like a few seconds. 1 minute and 22 seconds. So yeah, you are definitely first, Chan. How's it going? You're doing good. Okay, great, excellent. Yeah, my fingers are also very dry, so I can't really do some slights very well. So like, even my Elmsley counts are not going to look that nice. I might have to go a little bit slower. Hey, welcome in, Charlie's Beats. How's it going? Oh, I don't even know if the queue is open. Hold on. SRS on. But yeah, so the thing I'm doing today, I'm not advertising on any Discords. I'm literally just going live, and I'm probably gonna go for, I'm thinking, an hour to an hour 45 minutes, depending on, I guess, how hoppin' everything is. But I was seriously considering not doing Magic tonight and just streaming and doing like something else, like playing a game or something. Oh, God forbid I play a game. But yeah. So, and if not, my plan for tonight is we'll just do whatever tricks I haven't done in a while. So, because I'm probably a little rusty on some of these. Like some of these are 1 month ago, and I don't stream that much all the time. So it's like, okay. Let's see. Also, I tried using some DMCA music a couple streams ago, and Twitch allowed it. That was good. But then when I tried to upload it to YouTube, YouTube flagged it. So I'm like, all right, it's just simpler not to use music, or at least not music that potentially has the risk of DMCA. So I'm gonna have to do some more research and see what I can use and not use. Because my fear right now is if I use YouTube music that is okay for YouTube videos in my Twitch streams, it won't really be allowed on Twitch, but it will be allowed on YouTube. But if it's not allowed on Twitch, then I think it will silence it, so my VOD won't even have any of the audio. So that's kind of the risk at the moment. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I am a little nasally congested, or and also I may have a little cough. So I'm going to try and mute right now for this cough I feel coming on. But otherwise, I'm okay. Let's see. Chain the Magic. Yeah, that's messed up. Yo, yeah, I know, right? Totally. So, because I'm monetized on both YouTube and on Twitch, I mean, I'm an affiliate on Twitch, and then I'm monetized on YouTube. So, I'm like, okay, YouTube will passively be up forever. And then, like, for Twitch, I know if I want to build, like, a community and make money from Twitch, I should probably be streaming, like, 3 times a week, building a community and audience. And then I was thinking to myself, that's not really that great for Magic. So just to lay some stats on you guys, I don't know if you guys are math people. I sense that Charlie's Beats might be interested in stats, but a typical 2 to 2.5 hour stream that I have, I'll go through anywhere between like 14 to 18 of my tricks. My entire trick list is like 52-ish tricks, 53-ish tricks. Not sure exactly how many are there, but so that means somebody who watches 3 streams should theoretically see a bunch of tricks over again. Brings out the calculator in Excel. Oh, yeah, there we go. So I'm like, so maybe doing more Magic streams isn't really the way to go. But if people want to collect like, I don't know, 100 tricks, 200 tricks, 300 tricks, 400 tricks, 500 tricks, 600 tricks, 700 tricks, 800 tricks, 900 tricks, 1000 tricks, 2000 tricks, 3000 tricks, 4000 tricks, 5000 tricks, 10000 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 tric channel points doing another stream, like playing games. Like Chan, like you play retro games. So I use lo-fi music that streams both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and I didn't have a problem. Okay, yeah. So are you monetized on YouTube, Chan? I'm just curious. In the meantime, I'll add something to warm up for myself. Let's see here. What should I use? Oh, Charlie, you signed a 5, right? And you're here? Okay, we'll use the 5. And a bunch of kings. Hold on, I'm missing a king. Or I'm just not finding it. My fingers are dry. I may not be able to see all the cards. Hey, it's Books, Brews, and Booze. Hello, welcome in, Books. How are you doing today? So, welcome to the short, quiet, stealth stream. Shh, I know it's kind of my quote-unquote normal statistical schedule, but I did not do any advertising today. Mostly because I think it was going to be short. I wasn't sure how long I was going to go. And I told myself I'm going to try and be better about getting sleep. And that is pretty important, so... But anyway, alright, first warm-up trick of the day. And it was the trick that I have not done in the longest time, with the exception of one other one, except I don't really need to rehearse that other one. So, Charlie's Beat says, I keep telling myself that too. Yeah, it's really hard. Let's see, Book says, I'm fairly certain sleep will be my agenda soon as well. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, so I'm on the East Coast, and now that I'm on Twitch, I have both Twitch friends that are... Hey! Thank you kindly for the resub, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, welcome in, checking the gaff meter. Welcome in, and thanks for putting a request in the queue. So, yeah, so the thing is, I'm on the East Coast, and so I want to hang out with people on the East Coast and the West Coast through Twitch, and then also I have a baby, so I'm taking the baby, and then I have a day job, and then it's like, and I'm still doing, well, I'm thinking about changing my YouTube stuff up so I'm not doing as much YouTube stuff. But I'm still trying to do the once per week streams on Twitch. I was considering not streaming today, as I was telling some of the early folks, but I'm not feeling that great physically, but I'm not feeling like headachy, so that's good. But my fingers are also stupidly dry, so that's part of the reason why I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to do all the crazy sleights. So anyway, here we are. So we've got the 4 kings, and here's 4 kings and the 5 Charlie's Beats. There we go. So that's what we've got. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that we try and place Charlie's Beats off to the side over here. So we'll place Charlie's Beats over there, and what we're going to do is show you that we've got these kings over here, and Charlie's Beats really loves trying to get to all of the streamers, either to mod for them or hang out with them, because I see Charlie's Beats in like a ton of different streamers' streams, right? And the thing is, we would have to try and just grab Charlie's Beats and place them over here. But what we're going to do instead is, if I just show you that we just do a little jump, and then Charlie's Beats did jump over here, but that's the only card that's over here, because all of the streamers that Charlie's Beats is trying to hang out with just signed off offline. There we go. So that is 4-to-1 switch. And you're just themed as Charlie's Beats. Trying to hang out with streamers. Alright, that was my warm-up. Woo! Warmed up. Yeah, so anyway, I have a New Year's theme, and I want to be more creative and innovative with basically everything that I do. I should have probably made it sleep because already during the first week my sleep is suffering. So, and also I'm sick with something. I had really gross mucus. This is probably TMI, but gross mucus for a few days. And I'm a little bit bummed out because originally I had planned to hang out with my board game buddies yesterday, and out of respect to not, give them the plague, I decided to just uh, stay at home and not infect them. But I was a little bummed out, but that's okay. Hey, welcome in, beautiful meatball. How's it going? How do you do? Uh, Book says definitely need good rest. Yeah, yeah. I was able to sleep in today. My wife saw that. So last night I also had red bloodshot eyes, and so she let me sleep in today, which was A, needed, and B, I don't know if it fixed everything, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. um, so anyway, let's see here. I'm going to be setting up for the next trick as requested by checking the gaff meter. Um, and so let's do that. Let's see. Hot, cold, hot, cold. I got allergies here. Oh, my sympathies. I also have seasonal allergies, so I know what that's like. And eat more heat maps. Oh, of course. Heat map eating. Yeah, very, very nutritious. Also, if I recall, I think, did I add heat map? Or no? Eat map? No, maybe we didn't add it. I think maybe Gibson Lens told me to add one, but I didn't add it yet. And I forgot if I needed to give him special permission to add it, but and call me in the morning. Hello in the morning. I'm Dad. You're welcome. Here, but also reading. So mucho distracted tonight. Oh, no worries, books. Totally understand. I get it. Let's see here. I forget how many cards this trick uses. I remember how it progresses, but last time I accidentally got one extra card, and that did mess me. Whoa! Thank you kindly for the subscription, Sencha. Greatly appreciate it. Oh man. Thank you very much. What am I doing? There's 50 bajillion people in chat that needs a shout out. Hold on. Let me go ahead and give some people some shout outs. By the way, if anybody isn't following Chan, please go give Chan a follow. Also does magic on Monday nights, a fellow Twitch magician. Let's give Charlie's Beats a shout out. Charlie's Beats, mostly playing video games, but will occasionally do music. Books, Brews, and Booze. Reads books on stream, very relaxing sometimes. Also talks about wine, which, we may or may not have a plan, if I can schedule daycare for my kid or some sort of childcare. We'll go and drink some wine. Let's see. Who else? Beautiful Meatball, you stream, right? Beautiful Meatball. I don't remember if I've been in to one of your streams, but I'm pretty sure I followed. Hold on, let me just... Beautiful Meatball. Yes, I'm following, so... let's see. Checking the gaff meter. One day, maybe you will stream, but if you don't, let me know when you want shoutouts to get followers. Let's see here. And then, of course, Sencha Katner will basically mix plant parts up on stream and be a mad scientist for breeding new species of plants. So if you want to see that, please give Sencha Katner a follow. All right, let's see. Sorry, I'm just going through the list and making sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, all right. I'm good, lol. Everybody, if you want to give Checking the Gaff Meter a hand, Checking the Gaff Meter shows up to support the stream all the time. She's always requesting tricks and doing emotes, giving me Doritos and heat maps. So, okay, all right. Woo. Oh, and I didn't even double check the thing that I wanted to double check. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. There we go. I'm good. Okay, here we are. We have a story. We've got 6 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, and our queen, the Queen of Spades. In this case, signed Checking D Gaff Meter. So the Gaff Meter is D Gaff Meter. Don't give a fuck meter. So I've tried not to swear too much on the stream. I do, so I have a problem like saying swears, but she's trying to make some sense of all of the other people here, and these people are all of the other people on Twitch, and you can see the diamonds because they all care about money. But Checking the Gaff Meter is here to have a great time, and that's what we're going to show here with this trick. So what we're going to do is let's pretend that Checking the Gaff Meter goes over here, signs off, and we don't actually see Checking the Gaff Meter amongst the rest of these cards. But all we have to do is wait for Checking the Gaff Meter to come back and tell everybody, hey, this is a great story so far. Excellent, great. Yeah, it's not as much as like the last time I told this story. It was not good for you, so I'm like, I want to make this good this time. But look, Checking the Gaff Meter has shown up to stream and trying to tell everybody, hey, you need to have a good time. And that's kind of the reason why Checking the Gaff Meter, don't give a fuck meter, is here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is perhaps sometimes some streamers didn't like how Checking the Gaff Meter behaved at first, and so we're just going to who's what? Whoa, what? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Checking the Gaff Meter logs off. And now we have just a few Twitch streamers. But all we have to do is just wait a second, and if we give Checking the Gaff Meter just a second to log back on, Checking the Gaff Meter is going to go ahead and show everybody on Twitch how great it is to have fun. I know. Interesting, right? Checking the Gaff Meter once again logs off, and we'll see that we've got a couple of other Twitch streamers. But wait. Checking the Gaff Meter just wants everybody to show everybody that, man, this is a great time, how to have fun. Because look, I know, kind of weird, right? And now we've got just some random streamer. But if Checking the Gaff Meter logs on and shows up, we realize how fun it is. And once you know Checking the Gaff Meter is in a lot of streams, you'll notice Checking the Gaff Meter is in chat. I know. Shows up everywhere. Shows up in every stream. Crazy, right? And so it looks like no matter which chat room you go to, there's Checking the Gaff Meter. I know. Chan says, bruh. So, okay. Here's what we're going to do. we're going to go ahead and leave just checking the gaff meter over here. And everybody's going to deliberate and basically say, hey, checking the gaff meter is pretty cool. And so they've accepted her into the ranks as a VIP. And there she is. In full diamond garb. Woo! And see, diamond, that's VIP. There we go. Okay, that's some mad slights, mister. My hands are too dry. I know, but, I mean, I'm forcing myself to do it. I might have to do the slides a little bit slower. But anyway, so that, my friends, is Restless Lady for checking the gaff meter, going into chat rooms and Twitch. Regardless, I think my storytelling ability is still fine, still doing okay there. So that's good. And honestly, like, the slights are really like 1/3 of the magic. You know, the storytelling's another third. And hey, thank you kindly for the applause. And thank you kindly for the claps. Chan, checking the gaff meter. Beautiful meatball. And Books says, my eyes! Ah! Thank you kindly for the claps. Beautiful meatball. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. So yeah, FYI, I've never presented that version of the trick before. I did use checking the gaff meter, but normally what checking the gaff meter... Sorry, not checking the gaff... Normally that trick, the restless lady in the trick would be like seen as like an annoying lady. So I tried to put a spin and be like, oh, well, this is checking the gaff meter. You want her in your Twitch, right? So that's... Okay. All right. Trick queue is open if anybody would like to request anything. If you want to request something but you don't know what to request, exclamation point random, and that'll put something in there. And then if you want to request something specifically, feel free to look at the song list. Sorry, trick list. I call it song list sometimes because it's a thing, because I use a StreamerSonglist to let people request things. Let's see. Checking the gaff meter. Seriously, that was killer, and the story was just icing. Oh man, sweet. Hey, welcome in, Gibson Lens. How's it going? While I'm here, let me give my mod a shout out, Gibson Lens. If you have not followed Gibson Lens, piano streamer will take requests on a bunch of different music from his song list, pop songs, esoteric songs, video game songs, also a lot of original songs that he has composed as well. So yeah, and also Gibson Lens, thanks for showing up. I did not expect anybody to be here at all because I am going to have a short, quiet stealth stream, and I did not do any advertising. So I'm actually surprised that there are people here. So anybody who is here, thank you very much for being here and coming in and hanging out on a Sunday night. So I am a little sick, and my hands are a little dry, but apparently my performance was still okay. So thanks. Not stealthy enough. Yeah, I know. You still found me. So oh yeah, that's right. I also have, I made these special ones. I'm also going to use those. Okay. That being said, if there wasn't too much of a plan, I was going to try and do a bunch of tricks that I haven't done in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and request another one. This one's called Twisting the Aces. This is one of the ones that I normally do just out in the wild because it's a relatively short trick. It gets decent reactions, and considering I don't have to put too much effort into thinking about it because I've performed it so many times, it's great. I've actually been thinking about cycling out some of my other tricks too because I'm like, I like that trick. It's a classic, but I don't enjoy performing it that much, So I'm like, what do I do? Alright, so let's do this one. So this is, we've got 4 signed aces. The signed part doesn't really matter. It's just 4 aces. But honestly, you could just do it with any 4 of a kind with the same suit. So normally, when you're going to turn up cards like this, that would be cheating. That's how normal people would turn up cards. And so what we want to do is turn up cards, cards face up in a very magical way. So I'm going to hold the pack and give it a magical twist. Hence the twisting of the aces. So I've twisted them, and now you'll see that the ace of hearts will turn face up. Because look, I know, super weird, right? But now if I twist the pack again, the ace of hearts is going to turn itself face down, and you'll notice that the ace of clubs has turned face up. Actually, if you'll notice, signed by Gibson Lens, our mod. Okay, now look, if I hold the pack and give it another magical twist, you'll notice that the ace of diamonds turns itself face up. I know, super strange, right? And finally, what we have is a very stubborn ace of spades. Now, if I hold the pack and even give it one magical twist, the ace of spades will not turn itself face up. And even if I give it two magical twists, some people who do basic arithmetic will say that I've cumulatively given it 3 magical twists. Nothing is face up. I know, super weird. But all I have to do is something super magical, which means I'm going to use my elbow today. I've got a very magical elbow. I know. Look at that. I've instilled it in there. For those of you who are aware of martial arts and things like kinetic chaining, that's what I was doing. I was taking all of the power directly from the ground, through the chair, through my legs, and I kinetic chained, and that actually flipped the ace of spades face up. I know. So interesting. And that, my friends, is twisting the aces. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. By the way, ones in chat if anybody has done any martial arts, even if you're not super proficient. Like, you went to class for 2 months. Just curious how many people have done any sort of martial arts before in the past or currently. Or I'd even like to know if you're a current practitioner. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan, Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats. Charlie's Beats, you used to do martial arts or currently do martial arts? May I ask, which styles or mixed? Let's see, Charlie says past, and let's see, not sure what Charlie did, but if Charlie, you want to fill us in, feel free, and if not, that's okay, no big deal. I used to take Kung Fu when I was younger. So I took Kung Fu formally for, I think it was probably about a year to 2 years. I don't remember exactly. I think it was from like 5th grade to 6th grade. So like the beginning of 5th grade to like late 6th grade or something. But and then I had some informal training from my dad. I really don't remember much of anything, but my dad would show me a bunch of mixed things like some karate, some judo, but that was basically it. So, all right, let's see. For the next trick, I'm going to have to prep for a second. So let's continue talking about martial arts if anybody else wants to talk martial arts. Curious also if anybody is interested in martial arts but has never done it. You know, why not make it a New Year's resolution to take a class or something? You could oftentimes find classes for free at places, you know, as like an introductory course. And if nothing else, just for like general knowledge of self-defense, I know that those are offered as well. Let's see here. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to look up how I set it up. Oh, good. I would have messed it up. All right, excellent. Boom, 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 boom. Hopefully, you don't think my beatboxing is utterly horrible. Bum, 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 bum. You're right, it is horrible. Alright, this trick is called matching the cards, requested by checking the gaff meter. So what we have here is a bunch of cards, and I'm just going to go ahead and do some cuts there. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to make a prediction for how this is going to work. Let me go ahead and just riffle through. I'll place my finger in there, and then that's the card that we're going to place down for our prediction. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and find 3 cards and place them out like this. And hopefully that will make everything be great and wonderful. Okay, so let me see. How am I feeling these cards? I'm feeling maybe this one. Hold on, I just want to take a look at this to make sure that that is okay. So what we have here is the Ace of Hearts. Okay, so if this card is an ace or a heart, we're kind of on track to getting everything to be correct, right? So look, now if we cut somewhere else and try and find a second card, that's going to be the Ace of Clubs. So if I go ahead and I place that down here, so this is looking more and more like an ace. If it's not an ace, I might be horribly disappointed because so now I need to really find something to solidify this whole prediction, right? And so let me go ahead and see what I'm going to do here. And if I find, look, it's the Ace of Diamonds. So if this was the heart, the club, and the diamond, looks to be an ace. This should be then the Ace of Spades, right? What card do you guys think this is? Feel free, somebody put it in the chat. Let's see, Cheng the Gaff Meter says, indeed, looks to be an ace. But I think I heard you guys, but there was some muffledness in the internet. You said 8 of spades, right? Because this is actually the 8 of spades. I know, I've really messed this trick up. To be fair, I didn't practice this at all. And actually, for anybody who's seen this from Rob Kovac's stream, similar trick. But all you have to do, as a magician, is grab this card, touch all of the other cards, and we change them all into 8s as well. And that, my friends, is how you match the cards. Ta-da! Thank you kindly for the emotes and the reactions. Checking the Gaff Meter. Chan. Gibson Lens. Chan says, "What?" I don't need a bot. I'll read the what as you would like. Mike 2600, welcome in. Tuned in just in time for the ta-da. What did I miss? Well, I have this trick list, and you can see all of the tricks that I missed, or you missed since the beginning of stream. I'll read them quickly to you. Let's see, you've missed a 4-to-1 switch, which was my warm-up. The Restless Lady, themed as Checking the Gaff Meter, going to different Twitch streamer chats. Twisting the aces, and then matching the cards. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't practice this at all. Yeah, I've actually not been practicing that much of the existing tricks. I've been trying to find time to learn new tricks, and I've not been very successful. But anyway, so if anybody is interested in following another magician on Twitch, if we need a shout out for Mike 2600. Oh yeah, the layout on the table looked like matching the cards. Yes, it was matching the cards, indeed. So yeah, Mike 2600 and I are going to be seeing each other in person in about 3 weeks because we're going to the same convention. So we're going to be going to an event called Magifest, which I think is one of the largest magic conventions in North America that is not in Vegas, basically. A non-Vegas North American magic convention. So hopefully we'll be able to see real magic. They've got a bunch of nice magicians lined up, and it should be a great time. So let's see here. Also, did I make a mic? Okay, I was wondering. Gibson Lens is on the mic. Yeah. All right, cool. Awesome. We got a request from Charlie's Beats. Hey, Iceman West asks, can you do wizard magic? The short answer is no. I don't lie to people here. I do tell everyone that I just practice sleight of hand card magic. So no wizard magic. However, if you are curious if I've played Magic the Gathering before, the answer is yes. And I can even do sleight of hand magic with Magic the Gathering cards. So that will just be, I think, was a thousand. What did I set it to? 1,000 point redeem to do magic with magic cards. So yeah. And also, Charlie's Beats has just requested a trick called Chicago Opener or Red Hot Mama. So let's go ahead and perform that. So what we are going to do is, let's prepare for that. And sleight of hand magic, the Gathering sounds awesome. Yeah, actually, I do have some sleight of hand magic with magic cards on my YouTube channel already. If anybody is not aware, feel free to take a look at my YouTube. And I think I have 7 tricks where I've done with magic cards. I've done them on stream as well. I think Gibson Lens was on for once, and then I know Chris M.U. requested it. I don't know if he was on at the time when I streamed it, but then he saw it later. So yeah, okay, here we go. We have our Twitch deck here, and I'm going to go ahead and just give it a quick shuffle. All right, so Charlie, if you're on desktop, feel free to make a selection with heat map. And if you're not on desktop, let me know. We can do a selection another way, or you can defer to the next person that has heat map. All right. Is this you, Charlie? Just making sure. I think it was. I think originally it was this one. Okay. Just to confirm. This one's good? And I did see the redeem for Magic the Gathering cards. I will have to do the next one, or the next one that is impromptu with it. So, okay, great. Thanks, Charlie. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and first grab this heat map. Delicious heat maps. And what I'm going to do is I will go ahead and show this card off, and I will look away. Okay, so I'm going to look away. Take a look at it. Make sure you guys know what it is. And then I'm going to turn it over. Okay, I'm going to turn my head back, making sure people know what it is. All right, Charlie got it? All right, great. Excellent. Let's go ahead and lose it in the deck. So I'm going to place it here. And I'm going to cleanly press it together. Boom. Like so. Cool, we got 2 people that got it. Excellent. Charlie's Beats and Chan the Magic Man. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, once again, I'm going to use kinetic chaining through the ground, through the chair, up my body, through my elbow, to infuse so much magic into the deck with my elbow. Bam! Sorry, Shadow, we're not going to need you today. My elbow's doing all the work. And what I'm going to do is show you that that has done something super interesting. There's a card that is conspicuously a different color. Isn't that right? Because to me it does look like it's a different color. Does it look like to you that to you? Interesting. So, important question. What was the card, Charlie, if I may ask? It's okay to say it now. Yes, red now. Or, King of Hearts. King of Hearts, Charlie says. Okay, because look, King of Hearts. That is super, super interesting. Now, here's the thing. We don't have to do that just once. We can do that even a second time, because all we need to do is give you another chance at picking another card. And what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and just spread the cards like this. And feel free to click on another one. So feel free to click on a second one. This one all the way over here. Okay, so that is the selection this time. Okay, let's just scoop these up. Okay, the selection this time, and it doesn't matter if I see it this time. I'm just going to show everybody. 8 of diamonds. Okay, let's go ahead and lose that in the deck. And let's eat this heat map. Delicious heat map. And once again, kinetic chaining through my elbow, doing all the magic. Also, if you're into Muay Thai, this is something that you could do. Elbow your decks of cards. All right, let's see. So we should have a second card now, hopefully turned red. Huh, I don't know if that worked. Hold on. Did I mess up? Those of you who've seen this trick before, you guys know. You guys know. As it turns out, I think my elbow happened to accidentally reach over to this card. Whoa! Look at that. And believe it or not, that's the only red backed card. So let's just flip that over. What? I know, right? And that, my friends, is the Chicago opener, also known as Red Hot Mama. Alright, so yeah, in the past I've used like my shadow as like the magical thing. I've used the pink hairband, which I think today I'm using the purple hairband, so I think I needed a different thing. But anyway, thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, checking the gaff meter. I believe you were the one that redeemed Magic the Gathering. Would you like to select a trick, or do you want me to just perform one with that redeem? Because I think I can just, let me see here. Obi-Wan, hey, welcome in. How's it going? Hey, Books. Thank you for the restful sleep wish. You're logging off, so hopefully you have a restful sleep as well. Thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. Have a glorious night. See you, Books. Let's see. Hi, everyone. I didn't name. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Thanks for giving Obi-Wan a shout out. So if you haven't given Obi-Wan a shout out, a relatively new streamer is playing guitar, and I think I saw Coding stream the other day as well. So let's support our streamer friends. Oh, and I got a heat map to eat. Hold on. Man, I think I'm kind of on top of the heat maps today. Thanks for feeding me, guys. I totally appreciate it. Right before stream, I was trying to salvage maybe questionable pepperoni. So yeah, coding Python, playing guitar, and multiplayer puzzle game. Okay, cool. I did not see the multiplayer puzzle game, but I think I saw you coding, and yeah, I saw it and playing guitar. So all right, cool. So okay, let me Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, I'm going to select one for oh wait. Oh, this would be a perfect introduction to use some new okay, alright. Actually, this is going to be a treat because I have not done this yet with these magic cards. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Okay, hold on. I have to make sure. Okay, let me do this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then I'm going to do this. Yeah, okay. Alright, Magic with Magic the Gathering cards as requested by checking the gaff meter. Actually, not requested by, but redeemed by, and then I guess I'll throw in a request for it. What's this one called? Okay, alright. Charlie, we're going to have to do the vampire one after this one, because I've already set up for this one. Okay, so this one is called Red Packet, Black Packet. Done with Magic the Gathering cards. Alright, excellent. So, we have 8 cards here. 4 over here, 4 over here. First things first, I do want to show you that these 4 cards are all swamps, okay? So let me just go ahead and place all of these swamps over here for you. Okay. And then these, I will show you, are all mountains. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be swapping out. Let me go ahead and take one of these mountains, place it here, and I'm going to replace it with one of these swamps. Now, here's the thing. You would expect to now see 3 mountains and a swamp, right? But look, if I just go ahead and show you, you're going to still see 4 mountains. Isn't that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do that again. I'm going to take one of the mountains out, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a swamp and place it here and close that up. And believe it or not, there's actually something weird because you're still going to see 4 mountains. I know. We can even do this with 2 cards at a time. So let me just go ahead and do this. And let's go ahead and grab the final 2 swamps and place them in here. And close that up. Snap. And you can still see that there are 4 mountains here. I know. Super weird, right? Now here's the thing. Where are the swamps? You would expect that they would be here, right? Well, here's the thing. Did you guys happen to see the sleight of hand that I used? Because look, these cards are all now blue spells that are called sleight of hand. All 4 of them are now sleight of hand cards from Magic the Gathering. I know! Isn't that so weird? That's so hilarious. Alright. Let's see. Alright, hopefully that was good, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And thank you for the Magic the Gathering card redeem. Checking the gaff meter. 2 cards with just 1 snap? Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, look. Thanos was able to do 50% of all living beings with just 1 snap. So, I mean, you know, I could probably do 2 cards. It's not that much. Nothing's even alive in there. Chan says, lol. Gibson says, I knew Nam would know about sleight of hand. Oh, yeah, of course. So, actually, if I may reveal partially a secret. So, I purchased a ton of sleight of hand cards from TCG Player just so that I could have them to perform magic with. So I haven't thought of all the ideas, but they're all sitting like right here. Anyway, thank you kindly for the emotes and claps. Charlie's Beat, Skips and Lens. Let's see. Oh, but how many Infinity Stones do you have right now? Obi-Wan, I have 0 Infinity Stones. That's that's the thing. I have none. So, yeah. See, checking again if I can add a command here. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I think I have to give you some sort of permission, right? I have to give you some editor permission. I don't remember how to do that. I also didn't even think about it. But hold on, wait. I must have permission. So let me just copy and paste your command, and then hopefully that should work. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see any feedback from it. I don't know why I can't. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's start looking for Infinity Stones. All right, yeah, with more Infinity Stones, I can maybe do a snap, and maybe I'll do 4 cards or something. So I can use the website. Yeah, I don't know where that is, but yeah, remind me later and we'll go ahead and do that. All right, cool. I think that will take care of that. Redeem. And let's see. I always get mixed up between like the stream manager and moderator view and stuff. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. Now the vampire card trick. So I was reading through some of my YouTube comments the other day, and there was one extremely long comment from a user that basically reverse engineered one of the tricks that I performed, which, honestly, I don't care that it was reverse engineered, but then they proceeded to place a comment describing everything that they reverse engineered under my video. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I obviously had to reverse engineer the trick in this manner, watching this other performance video, but I'm like, because the way that it was stated, it seemed very disrespectful, and also I didn't want people, because the thing is, the magician who made that trick is still alive, and so they're probably still making, still getting royalties and getting money from their book that they have it published in, and I'm like, ugh. So, oh, this is a good one. Are you talking about the vampire card trick? But yeah, so this comment, I was like, oh man. So, and it was long, and I'm like, well, it almost described literally everything that if somebody like, I don't mind if you reverse engineer it, because that's how I learned a lot of my magic. But like, don't tell everybody else about it. Like, make them go through the effort of reverse engineering too if they want to learn, or pay the person who made the trick to then get the trick right. So especially if they're still alive. Like, I can understand if it's like a super dead one and then they did it more respectfully, I probably would have been okay with it. But like, they were just very critical in like a negative way, and so I was like, ah. So I had to do the reprimand. They ended up deleting the comment, and they did have a follow up, and then I did a follow up. So hopefully things are civil, but we'll go that. Gotta love those. I know how you did that, guys. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, well, I don't mind that you know. That's not what the point. I am trying to advance just the general art of magic performance. It's like, here's the thing: if we're gonna automate all of the jobs away, then like, what do we have left? Well, the last remaining jobs are probably going to be entertainment jobs for other humans, because they're gonna be like, well, I don't want to be entertained by a bot. They want to be entertained by other humans. So this could be like the last relic, right? When things like manufacturing get automated away, which mostly has been, and then things like technical coding get automated away. I mean, I think that's coming in the future. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but maybe a few generations from now. I don't know. I could be underestimating things. Like AI is going really fast. Like, people who are artists now are having huge issues. If you guys have been reading a little bit, some of those AI art generators have been problematic because they're potentially taking jobs away from people who are real artists. And I'm like, whoa, I never thought of it that way. I mean, I fiddled with one, but I didn't try and gallivant the artwork as like my own artwork and I'm an artist or something. Something douchey that was done, a Twitch streamer, I didn't know this Twitch streamer, was creating art. One of their viewers, and maybe probably not a regular viewer, took a screenshot of their in progress work of art, fed it into one of the AI art generators, completed it, and then posted it to the website before the artist completed their work. And I was like, what? So, oh my god, this is going to be a nightmare, I think, for people in creative jobs. And then also, have you seen GPT or PGT? That thing is like creating essays and stuff for like like college kids and high schoolers and things. Which, I mean, they're not 100% great, but like, if you can get a lot of the pain out of the way of writing, then it's like they wrote maybe like 5% of it. Like, they'll go and tweak everything and make it sound like their own. But anyway, Mike says, my wife and I are about to kick, and I know how you did that guy in the back of the head at Chicago Magic Lounge a year ago. Oh yeah. And then Obi-Wan says, when AI program themselves, then they are the replicants. like in Stargate, yeah. Also Blade Runner. Also the Terminator in Terminators. Skynet. All right. Okay, guys. Sorry, that was a really long diatribe for probably no reason. I don't even know why. How did? All right, whatever. It's over and done with. Let's go do the vampire card trick. All right, so this card trick is going to use 4 cards. We have the 3 of Hearts. We have the 2 of Hearts, and then we have the Ace of Hearts, and then of course we have King of Spades, our vampire. Now, here's the thing. If we go ahead and just give the vampire a chance, Obi-Wan says, you just had to get it off. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's still the 2. Here's still the 3. Here's our vampire, but the ace has had its blood completely sucked out of it. And actually, all of it. Not just the front, but also the back. I know. Super strange, right? Somebody called out that I say, oh, super strange a lot. I think it was checking gaff meter. I think it was you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, checking the gaff meter says, we can't have nice things. Like, no. You know, there are things that I've done in my past that I'm not really proud of. Like, I was once this vampire. I didn't really suck blood of people for real. But, you know, I did some, like, mean and nasty things. I'm not proud of them, but I think everybody has done those kinds of things in their past. You learn from them, right? You just kind of change yourself and hopefully become a better person and everything. All right, now the vampire is going to suck the blood out of the second victim. So here's our third victim. Still okay. But then here's our vampire. And actually here's our 2 of Hearts. The blood has been completely sucked out of our 2. And now we have our 3, our third victim, and our vampire. And what we're going to do is just simply give it a second because the blood has been completely sucked out of the 3. Now, this is like a modern day society. So this vampire knows to GTFO because there's 3 bodies, you know, people are going to be looking. So once daybreak approaches, vampire is going to GTFO. And there we go. That, my friends, is the vampire card trick. Obi-Wan says, Thesaurus to the rescue! And checking the gaff meter says, goodness! Oh, I presume is part of this. The Rusty Panda, welcome in. How are you doing, the Rusty Panda? Checking the gaff meter says, where'd he go? Australia! All right, thank you kindly for that request, Charlie's Beats, for the vampire card trick. Yeah, that one's a great one to break out for Halloween. Although I'm willing to do it all times of year, because I don't want to forget how to do it during Halloween. So, all right, let's see. Thank you kindly for the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. All right. All right, guys. I would like to do a dad joke. So I'm going to give you guys this dad joke for free today. Are your bodies prepared? One's in chat if your body is prepared. And this will probably be a little bit longer. This might even be called a routine. All right, the Rusty Panda says, my body is ready. Okay, great. All right, excellent. Okay. Obi-Wan says, let's go. Okay, so a lot of dad jokes are just one-liners. This one is a little bit longer than that. So, what do you call a fish without any eyes? What do you call a bull terrier without any eyes? Bull terror. What do you call a giraffe without any eyes? A graph with a long y-axis. What do you call a lion? What do you call lions without any eyes? Blind lions. You thought I was going to say lawns, didn't you? What do you call a potato without any eyes? Fresh. What do you call a needle without any eyes? A pin. What do you call a drink without any eyes? A room temperature beverage. What do you call a fridge without any eyes? A fridge. A fridge doesn't have eyes. All right, there we have it. My eyes trick. A refrigerator. That's also a good one, Mike. I like that one. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is my dad joke for the day. Oh, thanks for the Thank you kindly for the applause, checking the gap here. Greatly appreciate it. We got some lulls and lols. Thank you kindly, and some data laughing. Mega dad joke. Yeah, that one. I was just like, let me just hit as many things as I can with the eyes thing. Hey, Savinius, welcome in. How's it going? Let's see here. Trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. I had to get the long y-axis explained to me by my husband. Oh. So giraffe without an I is graph, just spelled weird, Graffe. But if it's a graph, normally people think graph, 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 and then graphs have an x-axis and a y-axis. And the y-axis is the one vertical, so long y-axis, so long neck of a giraffe. Anyway, so hopefully I've explained it to death that you. Anyway, your husband covered it. I don't know why I'm saying it now. We're good. Okay, so let's see. If anybody would like to see anything, feel free to request any tricks. Otherwise, I've been just kind of gallivanting through my trick list for tricks that I haven't done in a while, because I'm feeling a little rusty on some of these. So let's see. We have one that is called Little Devil, and I think I'm going to do that one. Oh, well, oh my god, as I was saying that, Charlie's Beats had already entered it. I was like, okay, cool. Well, thanks, Charlie, for redeeming that. So because Charlie redeemed it, let's try and use the Charlie's Beats signed card, because it's going to be about trying to get out of hell, but in a different way than usual.
Just blew my mind.
Let's see. Rusty Panda says, I'm with you. All right. Obi-Wan, I've won my homework. Rusty, the puns never end with you. I would love to end the puns, but now that I am a dad, I don't think they will ever stop. Anomalous, atypical, bizarre, curious, exceptional, extraordinary. I like that one, extraordinary. I've wondered what would happen. So right now, a lot of people know me for using the word glorious. So if that becomes overused one day, I need to find another word. So this is a good list, Obi-Wan. So thank you. I mean, I probably won't be using like funny. That's pretty regular. But extraordinary, I don't think too many people use. Shh, let's just keep that secret amongst us, okay? Glorious. Yeah. My emote of my face is glorious. So, what the hell was I doing? Okay. Weird is already used a lot. Yeah, that's true. And I also say weird a lot, so I don't know if that would work. All right. This trick is called Little Devil, and it is a smaller, shorter version of the Devil's Elevator. So I don't need to use as many cards, and our quote-unquote victim is going to be Charlie's Beats here. But because he knows how this trick's going to go, Charlie's Beats is going to be able to get out of hell basically every single time. Doesn't matter what level of hell he's in. So, okay. So what we're going to do is, let's show you that's the state there. And what we're going to do is we're going to place Charlie's Beats over here. And the other cards are just black face cards. So what? Oh, whew! So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and start by placing Charlie's Beats in the second level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And if we go ahead and close everything up and we approach the elevator, here's the elevator buttons, and we go ahead and press one of the elevator buttons up, that's how you get to the top level of hell, and that's how you easily exit. So, and it doesn't work unless you hear a ding. Ding! Which, now we've got Charlie's Beats out on the top. I know, great. So, that's getting out of the second level of hell. Now the third level of hell. Let's go ahead and place Charlie's Beats here in the third level of hell, right there. Charlie's Beats is going to approach the Devil's Elevator, and because he's seen the trick so many times, he knows how to get out. Going to press the elevator button, and we're going to try and get out of hell. I would say free. It's just you just have to press a button. Ding! And look, Charlie's Beats comes up to the top, easily exits. Sorry about the coughing. And now what we're going to do is place Charlie's Beats here in the fourth level of hell. And we're going to press it in. Once again, approaches the elevator, sees the elevator buttons. Presses the elevator button for up to get to the top level, and then that's where you're going to easily escape from hell. Ding! And look, Charlie's Beats is here at the top. I know. And some people think that I didn't really remove Charlie's Beats, but if I show you, here's all of our black face cards that we've been using the entire time. But if I place Charlie's Beats here, clearly in the fifth level of hell. He's a pro now. He's seen the trick 50 bajillion times. Knows to press the elevator button up. Presses it. Ding! And there we are, Charlie's Beats, escaping hell. And that, my friends, is the Little Devil, whom we could attribute Charlie's Beats being the devil because he escaped 4 times. Well done, Charlie. Well done. I think I did mute in time for that cough. Okay. I didn't want to blow anybody's eardrums off. Thank you kindly for the Clapsing Emotes, Charlie's Beats, Obi-Wan, Rusty Panda, Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats. And the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I started a little bit later than I wanted today, but if anybody knows of InfoXR, actually let's give Jack a shout out right now. There were magicians meeting in his Discord for a little bit, and I'm like, all right, let me hop in because we've rarely done this in the past months. So I was like, okay, let me just hop in for a bit, and then I'll hop off and then start stream, and then I did that. So, but I got to hang out with them for a few minutes. But Ben was there. Shout out for Ben as well. So I don't get the Doritos reference. Oh, do you not have Doritos chips where you are from, Obi-Wan? Doritos are a kind of, not a potato chip, they're a tortilla chip here in the United States that are flavored deliciously. They're not necessarily flavored in a healthy way, but they taste really good. So, but yeah, so hung out a little bit with Hal Thorne and Infosar in the Discord for a little bit. Swapped a trick or two, and then hopped on the stream. So, but yeah, if you guys are looking for more magic, give those guys a follow as well. And and actually, now that there's more people here, definitely give Chan a follow. Does Magic Mondays, so gotta promote magic because there aren't enough of us. We need more. Yes, there are Doritos here. Oh, okay, all right, so you understand. Oh, Jer Roke has Cheez-Its. Oh, okay, so here's a funny thing. So I really love Triscuits as a cracker, and my wife is really bothered by how many Triscuit boxes that I have on hand at any given time because I'm like, well, if I run out of one or two and we don't make it to the store for another week, I want to have enough. So I have like I don't know 4 or 5 boxes of Triscuits at any given time, and I'm a software engineer and I'm Asian. And then when I first started hanging out with communities on Twitch, somebody raided into Jer Roke, and I was like, hey, he's Asian, he's a software engineer, he likes Cheez-Its. I'm like, I can get along with this. So, oh, by the way, let's get if we can get a shout out for Jer Roke. Pianist, plays a lot of VGM, some anime music, and he is the creator of VG Lead Sheets. So if you end up using that, that is Jer Roke's creation. Rusty Panda says, I love Triscuits, and here I hoard too. Oh, yeah. So the reason why I love Triscuits is that they are a big, hearty cracker, and they can withstand a lot of things. So I can put them into a bunch of dips, and like the worst thing that I can imagine while eating some chips is like if I put in a chip, if it's like thinner, and then I try and scoop up some dip, and then it breaks in the dip, and I'm like, no! Like that bothers me a lot. So Triscuits, they're hardy enough; they basically almost never break. And then if you hold them correctly, so like there's the natural weave, and then there's against the natural weave. If you scoop it using against the natural weave, it'll basically never break. So yeah. A streamer I watch, Reg, does IRL game show style streams, and when the chat gets something right, he squeaks a rubber chicken. That's awesome. That's cool. Let's see. Named Roxy or something. Okay. Software engineer, do you still code? Oh, yeah, I don't code for fun. I code for work. I'll write some scripts for fun, but yeah, I'm mostly in the .NET Microsoft stack and SQL Server. So, C Sharp mostly. F Sharp too, a little bit now. Chicken Gaff Meter says, well, one stream he couldn't find Roxy, so we had nothing for winner/correct answers. So for no reason whatsoever, I began throwing Doritos in chat instead. Oh, is that why you throw Doritos here, or because I end up like eating things here? So it's like it works out. The Doctor. Oh, C Sharp and SQL here. Oh, Charlie's Beats also coding. Excellent. F Sharp, F flat. Oh, Obi-Wan. Oh, I see. And that's the origin story of my Doritos. And never have done F Sharp. Yeah, F Sharp is just like a functional procedural version that's of like for .NET. So it's not as intuitive if you're used to object-oriented programming, but it has some benefits. And then there's some other things that I don't like about it, but I think it's because I'm not as experienced as I want to be. Okay, let's see. C++ and Unreal here, yeah, a tiny bit of C Sharp and Python. Yeah, because I imagine Gibson, you are in game development, so you're probably like doing things in existing gaming libraries and or things that require some real-time feedback. So that makes a lot of sense. Totally agree. I don't get. Obi-Wan says I don't fully get the functional paradigm yet. Yeah, I guess. I guess here because you don't have claps. So I went def. Yeah, I do. I do have clap. I mean, it's not So I have the audio cue, and then you can say exclamation point clap, and we do that. But I mean, that's. I did mention the meeting up with some of the other magicians before. I did show them a trick, and I think I added it to the list already from last stream, I think. Hold on. Trick request, twisting. Let me show you guys that, because I'm kind of proud. I'm basically thinking it is a creation of my own. A bunch of magicians have not been able to tell me that. A bunch of magicians told me that they have not seen a handling like this, so hopefully it's like different and new. But are we all coders here? I do Python, SQL, VB. Oh man, well that's cool. I mean, I think a lot of people who are nerdy geeky naturally like magic tricks. So, I mean, but I don't think everybody codes. But maybe like is that all the chatters? Like most of the chatters are. It's an indirect way of saying make a clap emote. Oh, make a clap emote. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have a clap emote, but I think a lot of music streamers have clap emotes. Maybe if I make one, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, wait, it's not here, twisting. My mistake. Thing Picasso. Okay, I wanted to add that one. And let me, because I already did this one. So I called this one Twisting Picasso's Arm. Oh, hey, Attilian, welcome in. How are you doing? Let me introduce myself, because first time chat, so. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's. I like to perform sleight of hand card magic. I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. I'm doing a short, quiet stealth stream because I did not do any advertising today, so I just decided, let me just stream, and then we'll see how long we go. But I'll probably have to end it a little early just because, A, I want to get better sleep, and then B, I still have to record something for my YouTube for tomorrow. I don't need to record a trick, I just want to record an announcement. But it's just going to be that I'm not going to be doing new tricks every week anymore, probably. So, but there's a lot of tricks. I have over 100 tricks. Actually, maybe over 120 tricks on my YouTube channel that are new and different. So, no excuses for anybody who wants to see magic. Okay, but this one I have named Twisting Picasso's Aces because it takes the twisting part from some of the other twisting tricks that you've seen, and then does the Picasso Aces part from the Picasso Aces trick that I normally do. So, and tries to combine them to be a more interesting thing. Let's see, Mike2600 says no coding here. I just know an infantile amount of HTML. Yeah, I mean, HTML. You don't program with it. You display stuff with it. But if you get into JavaScript, we would definitely consider that coding. So, oh yeah, YT, that worked. All right, awesome. Yeah, so feel free to give me a subscribe on YouTube. But I have a ton of magic on my YouTube, and then all the VODs that fall off of my Twitch end up showing up there eventually anyway. Yeah, you guys are speaking another language with all these letters. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. This is called Twisting Picasso's Arm. We've got 4 cards here. They're all face cards. But the thing that I want to show you is that they all have red backs. Okay? But all it takes is my elbow! Doing some sort of power transfer. And look, one of the red cards will change to have a blue back. I know. Super weird, right? All I have to do is use my elbow! What we're going to do is have a second card turn into a blue back as well. I know, super strange, right? Let's go ahead and use my elbow. And that's going to make a third card change to have a blue back. Now, before I do the 4th card, I do want to show you that there is a red backed card remaining right there. But all I have to do is use my elbow. And that has actually changed all of the cards to be blue-backed cards. And that, my friends, is Twisting Picasso's Arm. FYI, normally I would do the twist, but today I did the elbow because, our theme today is elbow. Boom! That is Potentially an original creation, maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Mike 2600 says no Java here. Yeah, yeah. So, yep. Oh, hey, welcome for the. Thank you kindly for the applause, Attilian. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, if anyone wants to see the trick list, there's the trick list, and then also if anybody just wants to put a random trick into the queue, you can do !random, like this, and that'll put something in there. The one thing is that there's one trick on the list that is not a magic trick, and that's solving a Rubik's Cube, so if anybody wants to see that, feel free, but it is, just know it's not magic. I don't do any magic-y things with it. So, let's see, I'll probably have, let's see, I'll stream today, tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'll stream today, next week, and then probably the week after that, so the 22nd. I'll probably not be streaming on the 29th. I know I'm warning people early, but I forgot to say that I was not streaming on Christmas, the stream before, and then I was like, oh, I felt bad. But actually, and I don't have a Discord. I told myself I was going to make a Discord, and then I decided I don't really want a Discord, honestly. So if anybody cares, I'm going to have updates in the Twitch chat title. So if you go to my page and then just click the chat, that title will have an update if anybody cares. So if you want to see if I'm not streaming on a Sunday or not, that's probably going to be when. Let's see. And Mike has. Oh, so we have a couple. We have oil and water, and then solve a Rubik's cube. And then let's see. Do you happen to reveal how you did the trick? No, I do not reveal how I do any tricks, Attilian. So the thing is, magic is a performance art in which you're trying to give people a sense of wonder because that's part of the entertainment. And there are one of the things that I want to do with my stream is that I have a trick list and it shows like who created it because a lot of people don't know these names that show up in the world of magic. So unless you're a magician, you don't really know or care about these other people. And I kind of want to let people know that hey, there's a lot of names in magic that created these amazing tricks that nobody knows about. So if you want to learn, there are a lot of resources to learn. My entire first year of learning magic was just watching free YouTube videos, and then after that I learned a lot more about it. But for some of the easier tricks, I would say about at least half to two-thirds of my current trick list I learned during my first year of magic, which was 2019, and I was able to learn it for free. Then after that, you probably will know enough magic that you can reverse engineer a ton of tricks by watching them, and that's how I've learned the next chunk of all the magic that I've learned. But for people who don't want to perform magic, they just want to know the secret. And if you want to know the secret, I would recommend you don't look it up. Because it'll ruin magic for you, you won't be as impressed, and then you also won't appreciate how much time and effort goes into it. If you want to learn to perform, that's a little bit different. If you want to show us the chops that you're performing, I'm willing to teach you tricks, but with the intent that you're going to perform them. So, geez, all four of you can solve cubes? Rusty Panda says, yeah, I can solve a cube, but I can only solve it one way. So, Obi-Wan, there is a streamer who solves Rubik's Cube in about 10 seconds, and I don't follow what he did. Yeah, I can't do it that fast. I think I'm like less than 2 minutes kind of solve. Once you know, you can't never unknow. Mike 2600 pulling out the deep cuts from YouTube. I'm also a fan of Tom Matrick or Mitrique, however you pronounce his last name. Once you know, you can't unknow. So yeah, I totally love those tutorial videos. But yeah, there is enough free magic stuff where if you want to learn some of that stuff, awesome. If you want some guidance, I can follow you there. Once you get more advanced, if you want to know some more stuff. If you end up becoming a magician, hop into Infozar's magic stream because his Discord is basically where all of us Twitch magicians meet up. So, all right. Oh, what am I doing? I need to set up for oil and water. Oh, actually, do I really need to do oil and water? Because I have other people's requests, and I put that in as a demonstration for random. So let me just go ahead and not do that, or let me defer that. Let's bump to the bottom. Let's solve the Rubik's Cube first. Okay, so we have a cube. It is currently solved because I solved it. But I'm just going to scramble it now. Let's see, how long have I been doing magic? 3 years, since 2019. So 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So almost 4 years, probably. Later this year will be 4 years. Sorry, I did not mute for that cough in time. My apologies. Let's see. Mike, you requested this. Did you want me to explain how to solve a cube as well? I mean, I can't explain it in a way that you'll understand, but I'll give you like the high level, this is what I'm thinking, or do you just want me to solve it? And then triumph squared. Okay. All right. Scrambled-ish enough? Okay. If explaining adds to the solving experience, then explain away. Okay, cool. So I only know how to solve a cube one way, and that is the beginner's method. So what they tell you is to solve the top, so choose some color to be the arbitrary top. In this case, I'm going to choose white just because that's how I initially started, so now when I don't use white, it kind of messes me up a little bit. I could do it, but... so I'm going to solve this. Now the thing is, you don't just want this to be white, but you also need these edges to match up with the center on that side. So like the correct piece to go here would be the white and orange piece. That is orange. You can see that, right? Okay. And then, so you have to do that with all four. So I'm going to start doing that now. Da, 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 da. And where is it? That's over here. Okay, so now I have the cross, and I have the cross solved. So as you can see, these two match, and then these two match, and so on, and all around. Okay, so now I can do the corners, and once again, same deal. These don't just have to be white, but all three colors have to match up with their corresponding corners as well. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, I've solved the top layer. When we solve the entire top layer, that is completed. And the important thing to know also, if you've never tried to do one of these before, is that the centers don't move around in relation to all of the other centers. So that's the important thing there. Now I'm going to do the second layer, which is basically making all of these colors match up with the two sides. So this one, this piece needs to be the blue and the red one right there. So I'm going to try and shove all of those into the correct place now. Then one more edge piece here. Nope, I was going to mess that up. I may still mess this up. Okay, there we go. Did not mess it up. Solve the second layer. So now all of those match up. And now the third and bottom layer. So basically to solve this, I remember a bunch of algorithms based on the pattern of colors that I see with the bottom color. So the bottom color here is like a yellow. It kind of looks like white, but all the white pieces are there. So these are yellow. So if I see this L, I know to do one specific sequence of stuff to not mess up the cube, which I've already done. Oh god, this will be embarrassing. If I did mess... Ah! Okay, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't explain while I'm doing this. Excuse me while I get things back in the correct place. Oh man, okay, this is bad. I'm just gonna have to start over. Hold on while I fix this. I can't concentrate and talk and narrate, I guess, apparently. Okay, top layer. Okay, middle layer. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, bottom, third layer. I see this line. I'm going to do an algorithm. that I thought was muscle memory, but I am already messing. So doing that is messing me up. So I'm obviously doing something wrong. Okay, I think solving a Rubik's Cube is going to be a boss trick for me next time. I feel so bad about myself right now. I should be able to do this. It's just because I forgot this one thing. That's okay. If we're going to be here for like 10 minutes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everybody who's joined. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a break for just a minute. How long have you been doing magic? If explaining adds to the experience, then explain away. Oh, the speed is more natural. It's more natural. The other guy's like the Flash solving a cube. Boss non-trick. Oh, yeah. Boss trick, non-trick. Yep. Yep, you got it. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so I have to remember what my muscle memory has taught me. And I totally don't remember right now. So for some reason, I can't get past this point. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Was that what I was doing wrong? Yeah, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. When I get to this point, all right, I'm okay. When I get to this point, I'm trying to look for a fish symbol. So this isn't quite the fish symbol. It has this extra symbol here. So I think I have to do this algorithm holding this here. Okay. All right, there we go. I may have to do this algorithm up to 3 times when I see the fish. So I see the fish again. I do this. Okay, so now everything looks right here, but it's not because I have to get these edges all correct. Okay, now I'm looking for the headlights, which is basically two corner pieces that are the same color. So I rotate that over there. So these 2 corners are actually in the correct corner. These 2 corners are not in the correct corner, so I have to swap them. So now I'm going to do the algorithm to swap them. I'm trying not to talk during this because this is way harder to recover from. Okay, so now all the corners are in the right place, and now I have to do these 3 middle pieces on the top, and I have to rotate them. So depending on if it's clockwise or counterclockwise, that will determine on the way I swap it, and now we're done. Okay, cool. Anyway, my apologies. I'm embarrassed, but that's okay. We'll have a boss non-boss trick. Mike 2600. I'm still impressed. Well, thank you kindly for being impressed. Yes. So I just didn't have that one snafu. I remembered everything else fine. It was just like, how do I get out of this state? And I literally forgot one move on the cube when I was doing the thing. So, same. Lamau. Oh, okay. Well, thank you kindly, Attilian. Thank you kindly for the claps. So the Rusty Panda, Charlie's Beats. And the applause, Chan. And the clap, Obi-Wan. Oh, hold on. My face is up here. Psh, stop looking at my mat. Okay, let's see. Triumph squared. All right. Charlie's Beats, patiently waiting for this because I thought my non-trick was going to go a lot faster. All right, sleep time. All right, the Rusty Panda. Have a great night. Sleep well. Take care. We'll see you around. Okay, this is called Triumph squared. So, if you're familiar with the regular Triumph trick, it's basically going to be doing that, but with 2 cards instead of 1. And if you're not, that's okay. Hopefully you enjoy. Alright, first things first, we're going to split up this deck into about 2 equal-ish parts. They don't have to be exactly equal, but let's say here and there. Okay, so first things first, we're going to need a card selected out of this first packet. I'm going to turn on my heat map, and feel free, anybody, if you would like to select, if you're on browser, just click somewhere on the screen. I'll just use the first one. I did see this one first. So that's okay. Everybody else, you can get a second pick in a second. So that's going to be our selection. I'm going to go ahead and eat these heat maps here. Delicious. I don't think I grabbed that one as good. But anyway, So the important thing is this is going to be our first card, the Ace of Hearts, and we're going to leave it face up in our face down packet. So, all right, so somebody remember Ace of Hearts, feel free to type it in chat or something, but that's going to be going into the packet like so. Okay, now importantly what we're going to do is we're going to need a second card selected from this packet. So what we're going to do is get another one, so feel free somebody to click, and I did see some volunteers, so we'll choose the first one that gets clicked in there, or I saw this one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use this one, and we're just going to put this back somewhere in the middle. So this is a 5 of diamonds, so we have Ace of Hearts, 5 of diamonds. Once again, grab some heat maps to eat. Delicious. Now, here's an interesting, funny thing that we're going to do. We're going to be shuffling in face up into face down cards. So, watch for the sheer terror. Oh! I know, it's painful. And look, I'm gonna definitely push them into. I know, it hurts. It hurts. Charlie's Beats has the scream, not the Edvard Munch version, the Gibson Lens version. So let's go ahead and give that a couple of cuts there. So you see some of the cards are face up, some of the cards are face down. Let's give it one more cut. There we go. And now, as with the rest of the evening, I am going to use the power of my elbow, and we're gonna elbow smash. Would you now believe that the deck has completely fixed itself? You're right, the deck didn't do it. It was my elbow. Because look, if I spread, you'll see that every single card is now facing the same direction. Except for 2. I'll give you 2 guesses as to what they are, while I pull these other cards away. And if somebody said the Ace of Hearts and the 5 of diamonds, you're correct. And that, my friends, is Triumph Squared.
You just blew my mind.
Attilian, thank you kindly for the mind blown sound alert. Thank you. I was going to say, yeah. Wow, awesome. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. Charlie's Beats. And the screams. Charlie's Beats. Let's see here. All right. Okay. I said I was not going to go too long, and we're approaching like the, I think, 2-hour-ish mark. So let's say last call. If anybody would like to see a trick, feel free to request it and add it to the queue. I just want to double check something. 138. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to end short. So, but I'll do this one, and then whatever tricks are in the queue, and then I'll probably find a closer. So, but we'll give you a minute to. And then also, if you guys want, I'll do the ultimate version of Oil and Water. Oh, Attilian has requested Restless Lady. That's great. I did do that one earlier today, but you know what? We'll do it again. We'll do it again because I need to practice that. I don't think I'm that good at that one. It's not as on command as some of the other tricks. And actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do that one next. And the doctor. Okay, yeah. And actually, we'll even. Once again, I will defer Oil and Water to the bottom. You know, maybe Oil and Water can be the closer, and maybe I'll do an ultimate Oil and Water for the closer. And then for those of you who have seen this before, you can try and reverse engineer the trick if you would like. Don't tell anybody in chat because, you know, if they want to keep it a mystery, that's fine. Just for yourself. What was the Hell's Elevator one or something? That one's called the Devil's Elevator, Diamond Club. By the way, welcome into Diamond Club. How's it going? Okay, so this trick is called the Restless Lady. So what we have here is a 6 of clubs, a 7 of clubs, 8 of clubs, 9 of clubs, and our Restless Lady, the Queen of Hearts. I'll tell the story as though. So the Queen of Hearts is a finicky lady. Always wants to party. Always wants to hang out with everybody in the fun club. Haha, because everybody else is club, right? But let me go ahead and leave the Restless Lady, the Queen of Hearts, over here. Now, here's the thing. If we just have all of the fun clubbers over here, all it takes is just one avenue to get the Queen of Hearts over to the clubbers because she wants to party like everybody else. I know. Super interesting, right? That's super weird. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and remove the Queen of Hearts, from the clubbers because, they kind of want to be left alone to club in their own way. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to give the Queen of Hearts an avenue to getting over to the party club people. So now if we just go ahead and I just have to touch these cards. By touch these cards, I mean I have to blow on it. See, look. Okay, because I am not sufficiently set up. This is actually the one move that I think is like the hardest out of the whole trick. And look, the Queen of Hearts has just magically appeared over here. But look, if I try and take the Queen of Hearts away, and now we've got just a couple of clubbers left. The Queen of Hearts always wants to party, so here's the Queen of Hearts partying with everybody because she found her way back. But look, if I go ahead and I put her away, and we've got just one clubber remaining, Queen of Hearts will find a way to get there. Because look, here's the Queen of Hearts. And then subsequently, if you go and visit every other club, you're going to see the Queen of Hearts is there. You're going to see that the Queen of Hearts has appeared at every single club. And you have no idea where all the other clubbers went because, arguably she might have driven them away, right? But here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and place the Queen of Hearts over here. And because she keeps on going, she's become a regular at each one of those clubs. And all of these clubbers have realized that, she's not someone super annoying. She's actually a great person and wants to be a great clubber. So she herself also becomes a club. And that, my friends, is closer to the original Restless Lady. Thank you kindly for the request, Atilian. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats. Okay, we've got Dr. Daly's last trick. Normally done with aces, I will do it with fives. Because Charlie requested it. Alright, didn't want to cough in your ears. Okay, hopefully that was okay. Alright. Okay, so I have the 5 5s here. Now, if I just go ahead and reverse count them, and I show you that this is the 5 of hearts that says Charlie's Beats on it, I'm going to show you how this trick is done the first time. I place it down here, and then if I grab the other red 5, the 5 of diamonds, and I place it here, where would you say that Charlie's Beats is? If you're on heat map, feel free to click somewhere. I think a lot of people would probably say that it's here, right? And thank you for the claps, checking the gaff meter. So, if you had guessed that, if you guessed that Charlie's Beats was here, you would be correct because that's where I put it. I didn't do anything yet. I didn't do really the trick at all. Am I unmuted? Yeah, I'm unmuted. Okay. Locked away. I looked away. I hate it when I do that. Okay, so I didn't really do anything special yet, but this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and once again, let's go ahead and place the Charlie's Beats 5 of hearts here, and I'm going to place the 5 of diamonds over here. An important question, where's Charlie's Beats? I think a lot of people would say here. on the bottom of this packet. But I think the people who guessed that would find that this is not correct, because if I reveal, this is actually the 5 of clubs. It's not even a red 5, and both of the red 5s are actually over here. So, and actually, it's not the one that was on the bottom, it was actually the one that was on the top here. And this, my friends, is Dr. Daly's last trick, done with Charlie's Beats, because it was requested by Charlie's Beats. So, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if anybody is wondering why a bunch of my cards are signed, they're signed by people in the community. So anybody who's given me a sub or like 500 bits, at least, like basically the $5 equivalent, you get to sign a card in the Twitch deck. And then if you request tricks, I try and use it if it works out, or if appropriate. But also, like every time you see your card on stream, it's like another shout out. So. But yeah, also if you have a Prime sub, feel free to use that here. Honestly, if you didn't know, if you have Amazon Prime and you are not supporting a streamer, please do so. If you just connect your Amazon account to Twitch, you could get 1 free Prime sub per month. I don't say you don't have to use it here. If you want to use it here, that's great. But if you use it anywhere, I'd be happy. So support anybody that's creating content on Twitch. For example, literally anybody that I shouted out today. All right. Okay. And so with that, I think let's all right, I'm going to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and close the queue. We'll do the ultimate version of this one, and then I'll do my usual, one of my usual closers. So, thank you kindly for the applause, Attilian. Greatly appreciate it. So let me see. I like doing. Let's do Dazed. I did both last time because somebody came in and resubbed at the last minute. I'm like, oh, you barely saw anything. So. Okay, let's grab some cards. Oh, that's surprising. Interesting. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this off camera. I can do the setup for this one on camera. That's not a big deal. Okay. So, let's see. This trick is called oil and water. And the reason why it's called oil and water is we're going to try and mix black and red cards. I've chosen black face cards because you won't ever mix these up with red spot cards, right? They look really different. You're not going to mix them up. But hopefully they're going to separate as though oil and water would. So, look, if I go ahead and I turn all of these face down, and I go ahead and I have all of the black cards over here. Let me go ahead and just start placing them down here, like so. So, black, red. Let's do it again. Black, red. Black, red, black, and red. Now if we just give it a second, that's all the time that was needed for them to separate. If I show you the bottom, it's black. If I show you the top card, it's red. But would you believe that that's all the time that was needed for all of the red cards to float up to the top? You can remember this because red is like spicy oil. If you guys have ever had like chili oil or something, that's why it floated up to the top. Now here's the thing. Maybe you thought, oh, that was a little bit easy because I'd started with a black card last time. And maybe I should start with a red card just to show you that they actually do flip over in the course of that. So Let me go ahead and start with a red card instead. So red, black, red, black. All right, we can speed this up. Red, black, red, black. And all they need to do to separate is an elbow. Hey, look at that. Boom. No, I was just kidding. The elbow is just for epicness. They've already separated. I mean, not just because I slid it over, but now last time I told you that the red cards would float to the top, but we start with a red card this time, right? So wouldn't it be weird if I... Whoa, look at that. We have the black at the bottom and a red at the top. Black, red. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Obi-Wan. Enjoy the lurk. Hopefully you had a great lunch. Red, black, and red. So that would be where the normal performance ends. I'm going to add on top of that the face-up version. So normally, what we would have here is I would do this as two separate tricks, but today we're going to do it as a combo. I'm going to take one of the red cards, place it here, take one of the black cards, and place it here. Now you can see that they're mixed up, but would you believe that they can also separate when their cards are face up? Because look, all it takes is an elbow! If we take a look, now all of these are black face cards. I know, and all of these are red spot cards. Super weird, right? Okay, that's okay. We'll continue down this rabbit hole here. Okay, so if I place black cards over here, and if I place the red cards over here, I'm going to take two red cards, place them on two black cards, place on two red cards. If I just place them here with the magic elbow, psh, believe it or not, they've separated because look, these are now all red spot cards, and these are now all black face cards. I know, isn't that weird? That's so weird, right? Okay. All right, one more thing. Let's go ahead and just swap one more card. And this is the only part in which I'm going to turn these face down for these right here. I'm just going to put those cards in. One final elbow for good measure. If anybody's into the anime One Punch Man, yeah, this elbow with magic tricks, basically the same, except it doesn't beat people, just does magic tricks. If I show you, all of the cards here are now red spot cards, and over here, all the cards are black face cards. And that, my friends, is Oil and Water Ultimate Edition. Thank you kindly for the applause, Diamond Club. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, that was a combination of both Oil and Water and Face Up Oil and Water. And also thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. Okay, alright, so one trick left, our finale. It's one of our usual finales. Those of you who have been here a couple of times that have seen this probably know what's going to go on, but I think there might be a couple new people in the chat, so I was like, alright, let's show them this. Also, it's very comforting to know, like, because when I listen to like other music streamers, like they have like a rating out song or something. This is kind of like that. I don't want to rate out during the trick just in case like something goes down, but first things first, if we can have some mod love for my mod, Gibson Lens. I'm going to give him a shout out, but Gibson Lens, piano player, plays a lot of great music, has a bunch of originals. Please give him a follow. You'll also oftentimes see me in chat over there. And then also I want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you everybody for being here. Basically unannounced. I mean, it is my typical Sunday, but I knew it was gonna be shorter, and I knew I was not gonna go for too long. So thank you for being here. Thank you for requesting tricks. Thank you for interacting with the stream, whether you gave me a number, whether you clicked on the heat map. Thank you kindly for all the lurkers that were here. because as I always say during a stream, if I'm just here fiddling with cards, I know how the tricks are done. There's no magic happening. The magic happens in your mind. So thank you very much for everybody who is hanging out, even if you don't interact. Also appreciate everybody interacting. Thank you so much for all the cool redeems today. Everybody also who resubbed today, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. And then also we got some new follows. Thank you kindly for the new follow, Tillian. And let's see. Other than that, let's get to our finale. But anyway, I usually stream Sunday nights. I don't have a fixed schedule for a time because it kind of depends on how my day went and how my baby behaves and things like that. But for the most part, I can stream. It's just the starting time may vary because I would like to start earlier, but the time it varies. So okay. All right, friends. Here we go. I have a packet of some cards. This is a 6 of diamonds. This is a Queen of clubs. And then I've got 4 other cards over here. The thing with this is when I thumb through them like this, you're going to think that there's nothing wrong with them. But when I flip them over, you're going to see that they have backs on both sides. All of them except for maybe this weird messed up card here, because this one is blank. For those of you who are not aware, these are how cards come from the factory before you print anything on them. So, yeah. Anyway, so with these double-backed cards, there is something that they have this weird property, and the property is when I wave them over a particular card, let's say the 6 of diamonds, like this, something strange happens because all of the cards then become 6 of diamonds. I know. Super strange, right? And once again, if I take this packet and I hover it over the Queen of clubs, like so. Believe it or not, so some people who perform this trick will say, oh, hey, look, the Queen has jumped up to the top. We know that that's not really the case. All of the cards have actually changed into the Queen of clubs. I know. Super strange. And now we have this really weird blank card. So wait, what happens when I flip this card over like that? Well, you'll see that the strange property makes all of the cards blank. And now some people are like, hey, what do the backs look like? And I go ahead and I show them the backs. And that, my friends, is dazed. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think that we'll call that a stream, everybody. Thank you very much for the applause, Atilian. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, I have a lot of tricks on my trick list. I've got a lot of content on my YouTube. If you want to watch magic, plenty to watch. Checking the gaff meter. Thank you very much for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. So now, this is the time of night in which we are going to try and find somebody to raid. Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. And then I think I'm also ending slightly earlier than usual. I don't know if that'll open up any major different avenues for raiding, but let's take a look. And the one good thing is I have a record of who I have already raided to for all time in a spreadsheet. So let's see, I've raided all those people pretty recently. Now, I hope everybody's okay with me rating either a music streamer or just a streamer friend. I know a couple of you guys are part of the Cashmere Feline.
Good luck.
You guys want to go over there? I know a couple of you guys want to go over there, right? Hey Riggs is playing funky music. I listen to him under your stream. Oh. Or we can make new friends. Hold on, let me just check out Hey Riggs. Hey Riggs. Cosmic Soul Stop. Alright, please bear with me while I... Oh, god damn it, I should have muted before I done this because... So when I tried to upload my VOD to YouTube, just because I had like 3 seconds of like the midnight at the end, it was like, oh, you can't monetize your video. So I had to go back and cut that out. And I'm like, I've made a horrible mistake. That's alright. I can handle this. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's make some new friends. We'll go over to Hey Riggs. Okay, so let's see. Raid, let me get this right. Hey Riggs. Alright, thanks Diamond Club for the recommendation. Oh, that's right. I have a raid call. Feel free to copy a raid call, everybody, if you would like to be part of the raid. I would appreciate it. I'm sure Hey Riggs will also appreciate it. So I'm going to start it. Oh, the channel is intended for mature audiences. I'm sure that's fine. Alright, so once again, thank you for being here, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'd say that was a great stream. So thanks for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And Tillian says, bye. Thank you for the magic tricks. Yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm sure I'll see you around, whether I see you back here in my stream or somewhere else. Thank you for the love, Gibson Lens. Alright, the raid is now ready, so let's go ahead and raid now. Everybody, you have a glorious day. We'll see you next time. Checking the afternoon says, thanks, Nam. Rest up. I will rest up. Thank you kindly for the well wishes. Alright. Bye, everybody.